For Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. I'm playing an EIK WM France deck G45 game with Torvaldur, PT 944 and A915617. So lots of numbers. So let's look at this first pile. Nothing too amazing. I could take Scrounger. Scrounger's an okay round 14 3-point play. Or more often you play it in round 13 because then it gets you the one resource that you need. Could take Puppeteer here, could take Cattle Breeder, could take Turkey Breeder. Not really too impressed with any of these. I like Turkey Breeder a decent amount. Turkey Breeder builds a stable, so it triggers like the build stable combos, which in this format is for the most part just Racing Stable Manager. I guess there's also Silo Builder, yeah, but there's not as many stable combos. Cattle Breeder is very solid. It doesn't really have an impact until late in the game, though. And usually, if I'm going to speculate, I want to speculate on cards that have great interactions. And so then that's why I'm looking at Turkey Breeder here. And, I mean, Scrounger is a 4-wood occupation, so I could just take Scrounger as a 4-wood occupation. Maybe I should just first pick Scrounger. For me, it's Scrounger or Turkey Breeder. Turkey Breeder's like the... Oh, I'm hoping I see Cat Lover. I'm hoping I see Dove Hunter. Whereas Scrounger is the more, if I don't see those cards, Scrounger will do better, I think. Let's take... Let's take Scrounger. In the absence of anything telling us not to do it, we should be taking 4-wood occupations. Because 4-wood occupations help us build the first room. Okay. Cattle Dealer is pretty good. I like Forest Farmer, and Hoarder is quite solid. So I could take any of those three. Hoarder is maybe a little bit of an anti-combo with Scrounger, just a tiny bit, because you need 2 extra resources of each type. Could take Forest Farmer, could take Cattle Dealer. I think Cattle Dealer with Scrounger is a little worse, just because the 2-read can really hurt your ability to win the Scrounger bonus. I think I'd like to take Hoarder here, although Forest Farmer is also a solid option. Let's take Hoarder. Yeah. Let's take Hoarder. So the best card in this pile is probably Peon, which makes me regret having taken Hoarder. I should have taken Forest Farmer, because I could have taken Grain and then Vegetable. What was that ruling with Omni Farmer? I'm not sure what you were referring to, HIKLJ. Omni Farmer wasn't in that last pack, was it? I don't think so. Would have had to really miss something. This pick... I think this pick is probably Clerk. Yeah. Actually, no, it's Stroller. No, I'll take Stroller. Are those goods on my farm for Omnifarm? Oh, you're wondering, are the goods on Hoarder, do they satisfy Scrounger? I would say no. Yeah, I would say that that's not the case. But I'm going to take... There's nothing much in this pile, but Stroller is a perfectly fine option. I can use Stroller to get 2 read at the beginning of the game, and then the rest of the resources can go onto the Hoarder. So it's a 2-card combo that gets me a couple resources and 5 points. So All right. Well, here's Visionary. So Visionary would have been the payoff for Turkey Breeder. However, I think Resource Stealer is quite strong, and Resource Stealer is much better in an RFG game. So maybe instead of putting a reed on top of Stroller, I put a clay, and then we go for it on Fireplace or something. And Sunday Worker's not bad. Sunday Worker's pretty good. Plowmaker's not bad. We've got a lot of sources of cattle in the game. A lot of sources of cattle. There's like 4 cattle cards. I'll take Resource Stealer. Resource Stealer is quite good. All right. Well, Peace Worker is okay. I think I have access to a lot of building resources already. So I think at this point I'm looking for ways of getting food. I could probably take Puppeteer here. I'm not really sure that I'm going to use it. I mean, Peace Worker does work on the grain site, on the grain space, take 1 grain space. So, you know, with Resource Dealer, or with, yeah, Resource Dealer, sometimes you like building ovens. So, like, especially the stone oven, you can build with Resource Dealer quite easily. So, I think I could take Peace Worker. I think the problem with Peace Worker is just that I'm never going to have time to piece work. Like, I have 4 occupations. Okay, let's say I don't play Scrounger. Let's say I play these 3 occupations in the first 2 stages of the game. None of them give me food. I'm not going to have enough food to play more than this, so I'm not going to have enough food to buy stuff with Peace Worker. So I'll just take Puppeteer here. Where Salesman gets me even more building resources. Journeyman is a Stonehouse payoff card, although it's one of the weaker ones because you have to pay food to buy them. Not really too excited about any of these. I haven't really passed many Stonehouse cards around, so I'm not really worried about the strategy. I do have a decent point ceiling with Hoarder, Scrounger. So I could maybe consider going up to a Stonehouse on 3 rooms. I'll take Ware Salesman, though. Ware Salesman's yet another card that gets me building resources. So if I get a great miner that gives me food, like Animal Pen would be fantastic. If I could get like Animal Pen, that would be really excellent because I need food. I need food really badly. How much food I get is going to determine how many of these occupations I can play and how quickly I can grow as well. So the first Fireplace would be fantastic. Yeah. Take clay, play Resource Dealer, deal the clay. And then you have a wood and a reed ready for the Fireplace, and you can play Scrounger, or for the first room, then you can play Scrounger. That gets you your 4 wood. And all I would need is like a Reedstone food action. So like my stage 1 could theoretically be Resource Dealer into 2 clay. Round 2 is, say, Reedstone food into Scrounger. My round 3 could be Stroller plus the 2 clay Fireplace. So I'm at 1 food now, so I would need a 4 food action, or like, yeah, maybe from the sheep, or maybe from day labor or traveling players. Yeah, I mean that would be enough. That's enough. That would be a great. I mean, obviously I'd have to get occupation exactly when I need it. These are all quite bad. Let's take Clay Cellar here. Clay Cellar is okay. If you get a lot of clay for no reason, Clay Cellar is pretty good. All right. Well, Muddy Land gets me a bunch of clay. Ruins is not bad with Resource Dealer and Stroller because I can get the stone a bit easier. And it gives you stone in round 14, which can be useful. Muddy Land is interesting because of Clay Cellar. So, if I take Muddy Land and get another plow, like say I get Riding Plow, well that's 12 clay, which the Clay Cellar can turn into 2 cattle, 2 sheep. There's Cloister here. I mean, Cloister's not bad at all. I think I'm going to take Fruit Tree. And I will take any plows extremely highly because Muddy Land would be fantastic on the rebound. Oh, man. And then we see Mansion. Well, I'm not sure I've really got there on Mansion. It's not really that good with Hoarder. It's not really good with Scrounger. It's pretty good with Resource Stealer because Resource Stealer you literally all the resources for Mansion you can take off Resource Stealer. So if you say you use Resource Stealer exclusively for the Mansion, then the Mansion only costs 2 wood, 1 clay, 1 reed, 1 stone. That is a decent combo. That is decent. The problem is then it's really difficult for me to also get Scrounger. But I do have Stroller. I do have access to like a ridiculous amount of building resources. Sawmill is a combo with Ware Salesman, although I'm kind of doubtful that I will be able to play Ware Salesman. I think I'm not really that impressed with anything else in this pile, so I think what we do is we can speculate on Mansion here. I'm not like a slam dunk to play it. Cloister would have been good with Mansion, of course, but... Alright, well, we got Mountain Cave here. So Mountain Cave is a way to get stone for your mansion. Crib is a great card when you're going to family growth a bunch of times. Let's take Crib here. Mountain Cave always ends up being disappointing. Getting investments back would not be too bad. Oh man. We got some good cards here. 5 rings, parchment, homework. So, I don't think I'm taking parchment here. We haven't gotten any wave, really, of getting sheep reliably. So, we'll throw out parchment. Honestly, I can seriously consider Brickyard. Because I can let Brickyard accumulate the whole game and then take it all off when I'm ready to run out of clay. Try to ignore clay otherwise. We've also got Glassblower Shop. So there are 2 cards so far that trigger our Ware Salesman. There's the Sawmill and the Glassblower Shop. Unfortunately, we can't get the Glassblower Shop, but I wonder if this is a reason for us to build the Ware Salesman. I kind of want to take 5 rings. 5 rings would actually encourage us to build the guilds. Like it would encourage us to take Sawmill and build the bottom row majors. I could also definitely take Homework. Homework is a really, really good card. So what would I do with Homework? I would play... What are the 2 cards that I would play with Homework? I'd probably use Homework towards the end of the game in this hand. I'd probably use Homework to play Resource Stealer and then maybe to play Hoarder as those 2 cards. I could play them in like round 9. Although that's 2 food in round 9, which might be quite difficult to make work. Where's combos great with rings and Homework? Yeah. I could also play Homework like early. I could play Homework on, start play around 4 or whatever. Where's Salesman getting me the read for Homework is very nice. Yeah, 5 rings is really good with Stone Miners, and we have not seen a lot of Stone Miners yet. I think what I can do is I can if someone else builds the guilds, that's fine if my Ware Salesman is in play. So I think I'm okay either way. So I think what we do here is we take Homework. Homework is just a fantastic card. Homework is really fantastic. So Cloister Wield. Huh. Yeah, I guess I'm taking Cloister here. So the thing is we didn't get any room discounters, so it's really difficult for us to build a 5-room We did rings for wood is fine too. Yeah, it'd be okay. I mean, I only have one. I only have two wood miners right now. Like I think I think that's reasonable when your whole hand is wood miners. But so I'm gonna take sawmill here. So for me, this tells me I should be building the joinery. I should be upgrading it to a sawmill. I'm going to need a lot of wood this game. And I'm going to take investments here. It seems very likely that I'm going to want to accumulate big piles of many resources, specifically before I run out of stone. I'm going to want to have lots of them. So investments maybe gets me the resources that I pay for, that I use to for scrounger. So I need a lot of building resources this game. A lot, a lot, a lot. I probably need to get the first family growth. I'm going to need lots of actions. So probably getting the first family growth would be good. Although I will keep the fireplace in mind as well. Resource dealer, I don't have to play resource dealer at the end of the game for mansion. I could play it early, like normal. I mean, cards that help you accelerate your game are good. Um, yeah. It builds the pottery well, which... So the nice thing is my ware salesman, I have lots of good ways of using the reed. So I don't even need the basket maker's workshop necessarily. Like I can grab mansion and homework, and be pretty happy. We did not get muddy land back. We didn't see any plows. So for me, this is looking like a 2 plow total game. Fencing very minimally with a big house and just the bare minimum on animals. We didn't see any other 4 wood occupations to remember. So if Scrounger's the only one and we can take all the building resources. Honestly, a card like Clay Deposit would not be bad in this game. Because then we could consider building clay rooms instead of wood rooms. We might still. If I get a 6 clay action, I should be immediately thinking clay room. Still not sure how round one's gonna, or how stage one's gonna go. I kind of feel like getting Ware Salesman out just to get it out and let it provide income throughout the game. Wonder if anyone took Glassblower Shop. The thing is, Glassblower Shop was in the same pile as 5 rings, so usually the same person would want both. You never know. There weren't that many. Yeah, there were not that many cards, unfortunately, that worked for Ware Salesman. Like, you really want to see Cabinet Maker. You want to see, occupations like Potter. You want to see... there are a lot of good miners that let you turn building resources into food. Like... yeah. So I expect this game to be a little bit on the slow side because we've got an extremely new player. Well, new to the site. I don't know how new they are to Agricola, but there will be some pauses, I expect. The game will probably take a little longer than normal. So, round 1 Forest Farmer. E915 probably takes Reedstone Food, and then we'll go ahead and play Occupation Ware Salesman. Puppeteer would not be too bad. The problem with Puppeteer is I've not gotten any way to feed out of my cards. So I might be stuck taking Traveling Players if I'm not careful, so... Yeah, 8905 didn't end their turn. Stroller, and I could use homework to play Stroller and Hoarder together. The problem with that is Stroller, if I play it in stage 1, can get me 2 extra resources. So I think I may as well go for those 2 extra resources. 2 extra stone could be quite good for me in this game. Place 3 stone and 1 of each other resource on the Ware Salesman. Okay, can't start player. Am I taking day labor here? Guess I'm taking day labor. Yeah, I don't want field and I don't want one grain, so. 1 grain is okay with resource dealer, but it doesn't pay off until stage 2. And if I'm gonna, let's imagine that I'm gonna occupation spam here. If I'm gonna occupation spam, then day labor is good. So if I play the joinery and upgrade it to the sawmill in the same round, then it's wood neutral, and then I'm turning 2 stone into 2 reed, which in this game will actually be pretty good for me to do because I'm gonna want lots of reed for rooms. I think though I won't overreach on the rooms. I think five rooms might be too much. It's gonna be difficult for me to fill my farm if I go for 5 rooms. 4 rooms might be enough. A 4-room mansion is not as good as 5-room mansion, but still acceptable. So I could take 2 reed here. Conjurer. Oh my goodness. He actually just played Conjurer. Okay, I'm going to do 2 reed into start player puppeteer. Start player homework, play puppeteer. And hopefully PT does not take traveling players with this move. Hopefully he plows a field and then jumps to traveling players. I'm going to nail his Conjurer. That would be sick. Plow, 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 plow. Yes! Yes, he's gonna jump to the two food traveling players. So I'm gonna start player, play homework here, and play puppeteer and stroller. Alright, let's put out stone. Let's put wood here. Let's put reed here, clay there. Whoops. Stone, stone. At least one of each type. Yep. Beautiful. Beautiful. This is another reason homework is great. Both occupation spaces are taken, but it lets me play my puppeteer exactly when I want to, which is right before someone takes traveling players. And so then when he does take traveling players, I will play resource dealer. Stone, clay, stone, reed, wood, clay. Yep. Alright, Reedstone food seems like a reasonable option. I do need access to food. A915 has 2 clay, so A915 could be going for the first fireplace. If I don't get 3 food fishing back, my feeding is quite awkward, but I think I can Reedstone food here. So this is quite a good start. I did not expect to get 4 occupations out this early. If I could get Reedstone food again, then I could build a basket maker's workshop in round 4, and that would be a way to feed my family. Engineering apprentice here for torvaldur. That's a good engineering apprentice is a good card. Might scare A915 away from the fireplace. If he wants guaranteed access to the sheep, he almost needs to first action build the fireplace here. But he's gonna want 3 wood. Yeah, PT took the 3 food on fishing. That's okay. I should be able to, if I keep. I mean, I could just day labor. If I absolutely have to, I can take day labor. I only need 2 more food. That would be the worst case scenario. It'd be much better for me to build a, some kind of thing to cook with. Take 3 wood here. I could threaten the fireplace by taking clay, because I do have clay on top of the resource dealer here. But you know what? I can leave the clay there. The resource dealer can be used at the end. Like, it can be used whenever. I can use them all the resources with mansion. So yeah, 3 wood looks fine. If no one start players, that would be ideal, because then I can take reedstone food and I can then build the basket maker's workshop. That would be best case scenario. And actually getting the basket maker's workshop would help my feeding quite a bit, because my feeding is quite shaky. So if A9 doesn't start player here and PT, A9 will build the fireplace, I'm sure. No, he's playing Guildhall on start player. Okay, so that means I'm not getting major minor in round 4, because A9 will. So that means I have to feed without a guild. So if I'm going to feed without a guild, that means probably reedstone food into day labor, most likely. Yeah. PT is playing Turkey Breeder. Oh, man. Oh, man. That's pretty spicy. So A915 can't first action build the fireplace and then take the sheep anymore. Might still first action build the fireplace to start playing occupations, but yes, he is gonna play the fireplace. So PT has to first move take the 2 sheep if he wants them. And plays Animal Husbandry Worker. Well, Guildhall and Animal Husbandry Worker is a fantastic combo. Really fantastic combo. Reedstone food here. Oh, you know what? Torvaldur will needs day labor as well. I hope Torvaldur has some way of feeding. Maybe not. Torvaldur might take day labor, which forces me onto traveling players, which don't really want to do. Wonder if I could take a beggar here. Wonder if I could take a tactical beggar and then take wood instead of and maybe be able to build the first room. PT plays Visionary. Oh, that's disappointing. That's quite disappointing. Okay. So he's going to have a pair of boar breeding and he's going to sow each of his crops. Well, A9 was looking like he was going to be able to build the first room, but now it's looking like it's going to be Torvaldur. So I don't know. That seems like quite a bit worse. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to beg 1 to build the first room. Yeah. Because Torvaldur has to take food. He's not going to beg 2. Begging 2 is definitely not worth it. And no one else will be able to build in front of me in round 5. So if I take 4 wood here and beg 1, I get to build the first room. So that's what I'm going to do. So we had this set up. We had a similar scenario the other day where I took a tactical beggar, and I think, well, hopefully it's the right decision. I think I'm interested to try it out. I don't know that it's the right decision, but we're gonna try it. I think, especially because A915 is probably my number one competition here. Definitely the strongest player out of the three. I think this might be reasonable. No occupation. It's Renault. All right. I'll go ahead and build the room here. And then second action, maybe play the joinery. Joinery gets me a wood and a reed. Although it would be nice to be able to play crib on family growth. It would be nice to play sawmill on family growth too. Probably crib on family growth is maybe more important right now. So second move could be reedstone food, could be for clay. Torvaldur building the fireplace with his first move. So A9 has to take the sheep. So that means A9 is not going to be able to start player. Four clay gets taken by PT. So I can't build a major improvement anymore anyway, so it's not an option. Could take 2 wood. 2 wood would let me have enough wood for crib plus joinery. That might be better than reedstone food here. I need to get food. I need at least crib is 2 food, joinery is 2 food, sawmill is 3 food. So if round 7 is family growth, then I can start player crib and then second move joinery and then round 7 start sawmill, and that would be okay. So I really did not expect to be able to play 4 occupations and then build the first room. So that's quite nice. Although my feeding is the weakest of all the players. PT's got his crop zone and his boar. Torvaldur and A9 both have the fireplaces, so I really need to get my guilds online. And you know what? Family growth didn't come until round 6, so this works. So I'm going to start player first move. Play the crib. And then I can second move, build the joinery. Fruit trees, round 8. Yeah. Fruit tree would be okay, except I need food before this immediate harvest, so. Oh, forgot a card. Can I move my room? Yeah, it's pretty clearly cloister. A915 could mess me up pretty bad by taking major minor here. But if he does that, then I take 3 food fishing, and then I play fruit tree on family growth, so it's okay. It would be okay. Yeah, A915 building the pottery here. Yep. That's annoying. Alright, well, I take 3 food and then build the fruit tree on family growth. That's fine. And then on family growth, I could still second move build the joinery. Although there might be good wood actions available. I guess it's probably going to be 3 wood. So probably building the joinery and actually eating a wood in round 7 is probably more important than getting the 3 wood. Because if anytime you feed with the guild, so I've talked about this before, but anytime you feed with the guild, guilds are unique in that there's a set amount of food you can get out of them, and so even though you don't maybe need the food in the harvest that you're using them in, you still want to use it as many times as possible because you're increasing the total amount of food that you can actually get out of that that thing. Sunday worker for A9, sure. So I'll go ahead and start player fruit tree. Crib is work phase, yep. So feeding is all set. Second move 3 reed or 4 clay would be fine, although it's very likely that A915 will start player and have to first move family growth. So that tells me that I should be going for big resource piles. There will be 2 great clay actions and 3 good wood actions if nobody takes resources, which someone will take resources realistically here. Although people do need food. I guess A9 probably takes 4 clay here. Sunday works the 4 clay maybe. Oh, Sunday works 4 wood. Yeah, makes sense. And then Torvaldur maybe builds a room, and then that forces A9 to start player. I could build the joinery. That is an option, building the joinery. Oh, and I'm going to build the joinery here. Plus wood R. So FF crib. So then a wood and 3 food to feed 5. RC pottery, yeah, thank you. Torvaldur builds, so yeah, that forces A9 to start player. A9 didn't take clay, which is interesting. I wonder if A915 thought Torvaldur was waiting till round 8 to build, because then building round 8 secures family growth round 9. However, PT can't jump Torvaldur and fit in the growth queue anyways. Man, PT... I wonder if PT's planning to grow at all. A915 start player Muddy Land. Almost made it back. Almost made it back. Well, I get 6 wood, it looks like. Unless PT jumps to the 3 wood space. So 3 wood is great, 6 wood is great, and then I'm very likely to get, say, 5 clay or 6 clay back. So both of those would be fantastic. I wonder if A9 took the glassblower shop. Oh, is PT's building the bakery here. Is this on Reno? It is on Reno. Okay. Alright. So I get 6 wood, which is great. 6 wood and then one of these 3 resource piles. So I'm quite happy about that. Glassblower shop. Beautiful. Beautiful. Plus CR again. Six wood is perfect. I could build the pottery myself. if I really want to. I mean, yeah, I could build the pottery. No one else has stone right now. Probably want to play hoarder. So very likely my puppeteer gets triggered in the next 2 rounds at 4 or 5 food. Probably at 5 food it gets triggered. So yeah, I can plan to play hoarder with puppeteer in round 9. And then I'm just gonna put the resources from stroller directly to the puppeteer. I don't have to do that. It's smarter not to. It's smarter to make the decision each time, but just for ease of use and also to make sure that I don't try to use them for some other purposes. A915 took plow here. Interesting. There's 3 stone, but I'm definitely taking the 6 clay while it's available. Definitely taking 6 clay. So if I get 5 clay back, I think I can reno pottery and then build a clay room in round 9. Torvaldur looks like he's going to build a basket maker's workshop with that big reed grab. There's also 3 stone available, which 3 stone is quite strong. Ooh, he's going to start player parchment. Okay. Did not need to start player there. I guess there's a risk that I build a room. Okay, that's what's happening there. He's worried that I'm going to build a room. Okay, that's fine. I would be pretty happy to start player in round 9 and play my sawmill. Oh, there's Cowboy and Mother. Yeah, I knew it was just a matter of time. Playing lamp oil. Okay. Yeah, he needs to eat the sheep, recognizing that he doesn't have the food. So yeah, 5 clay looks good here. Also 3 stone. 3 stone is going to be fantastic for my game. The clay lets me build another room though, and continuing to build rooms seems very important. So let's take the 5 clay. Yeah. Yep. I want to build more rooms. I want to build the pottery. I got lots of plans for the clay, so so 4 stone will certainly get taken. Yeah. The fact that it's by Torvaldur makes me quite happy. Because Torvaldur can't build the pottery. If it got to A915, then I might have to first action build the pottery. Alright. 4 wood would be great. A9 might take the 4 wood though. No, A9's taking the boar. Cool. I will happily take 4 wood then. Very happily take 4 wood. Torvaldur is playing Ruins on Family Growth. So yeah, he has to eat all his sheep, Torvaldur. So I don't love this play here. He wanted to get his ruins out, which I get, but cost him all his sheep. So definitely should be looking to start player Sawmill because there's a chance we get 6 wood back. If A915 is busy doing other stuff, like maybe getting Guildhall going. Play Ock here, play Hoarder. Exactly as planned. Ha 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 ha. Honestly, this has been pretty amazing. I am very fortunate that PT decided to play Conjurer. Very fortunate. Very fortunate PT decided to play Conjurer. Alright, Renault's safe. So I'll start player here. Plus wood R. So now when I convert wood to food, it's 3 food each time. So Renault to clay. I could build 2 clay rooms if I don't build the pottery here. I could build the basket maker's workshop. Basket maker's workshop is more, but the problem is building the basket maker's workshop uses the resources that I would like to go towards building rooms. I've got to decide on not the joinery, not rebuying the joinery. It's pottery or basket maker's workshop. Maybe basket maker's workshop. So if I build the basket maker's workshop, I'm spending, so I'm spending this on my reno. Then if I build the basket maker's workshop, it takes me down 1 reed, then eating a reed takes me down to 0 reed. So that means I have to take reed again before I build. So I'll build the pottery. Yeah. 2 plus CR. And then I feed a wood, a clay, and a food to feed 6. And stroller resources going to stroller stone to the hoarder. Great. So no one can build in front of me, so I'm guaranteed to get 2nd action build, 3rd action family growth here, which is perfect. 6 wood, build, family growth, get 2 food. Perfecto! This game is going extremely well. Aside from the fact that I have a beggar. I also have 16 wood, which is quite surprising. I was really not expecting to have this much wood. I was expecting to be pretty wood tight. Now, if I am putting wood towards the mansion, you know, that eats my wood. Is it worth taking clay and building 2 rooms? I think because I have the pottery, I'm going to say no. And I do need, so if I spend 2 reed, I'm going to be at 2. I do still need to pay for mansion. So I need 1 reed for mansion because 1 reed's going to come from the resource dealer. I'm going to need 1 reed for cloister. I'm going to need 1 reed for scrounger. So I think the answer is no. Just 1 room is enough. Plus, building this round is fairly important. Should I build stables here? No, I don't have that much resources. Don't that many resources. I guess I'm playing investments here for 1 wood. Don't have any other miners to play. PT 900 is playing Thunderbolt here. So PT 900 is playing an okay Visionary Cow Mom game. The problem is he's going to score like 48, 49. We know how this story goes. With Cow Mom, you score between 46, 49. Family growth came late, so that was good for the Cow Mom. The problem is, I imagine A9 and I can probably hit 50. Realistic, we can probably hit 50. And you can't really afford to start player too many times with Cow Mom. But it's getting him 6 wood here, so 6 wood is good. 6 wood is definitely good. A9 is upgrading his fireplace to a cooking hearth. And then playing Silo Builder. Okay, so Silo Builder was in the game. Obviously I wouldn't have seen it, but... Family growth, play investments here, get a wood. FF crib. Worried about getting enough stone? Not really. No, I'm gonna go up to 4 family members. I could definitely take 2 stone in round 11 with my last move. And I'm going to start Reedstone fooding a bunch of times. So maybe I don't play Cloister because I don't have enough stone, but I only need 4 stone for my stone house. I get 2 stone for my mansion from Resource Dealer. So I only need 5 stone realistically. 7 stone would be nice. 8 stone is ideal. Getting to 8 stone is really what I want to do. And I can take yeah, I'll be fine. I'm not worried about it. Oh, I should have dealt off the top of my clay when I did my clay rooms. There was no reason for me not to. Oh well. Wouldn't have made a difference. It's not like I would have gotten an extra resource for investments. That's the only time it would have mattered. If I could have gotten something out of investments there. Oh, is PT start player into start player? Oh, oh man, don't do that, please. Please don't do that. Oh man. Yeah, I want to read Stone Food a couple times anyways, so how much more read do I need? One for my Reno, one for Mansion, one for Cloister, one for Scrounger, so I need 4 more read. So I need 2 more read total. So probably I read Stone Food twice as well. I'm not worried. Not worried at all. Okay. Do I need food? I could first move 5 food fishing here. I could first move take 4 wood. 4 wood is not a bad option. I have sawmill in hand. Yeah. Keep taking wood. Keep taking wood aggressively, so like 4 wood, read stone food, 2 stone, and take a crop maybe. Take a vegetable or something in case I get plow sow incidentally. Cowmom takes start player a lot when I play against it, common thing. I just don't, yeah, start player into start player is just bad. Start player to start player is so bad. Oh well. Oh well. That happens. Oh, he did fence correctly for animal husbandry worker, so that's good. Um, Am I gonna fence towards animal husbandry worker? I might not, honestly. I might not. That's it. This is a pretty great silo builder setup here. He's gonna be able to sow 2 grain, 2 vegetables, which is really nice. So I could play Scrounger here for 2 stone. Maybe I play Scrounger instead of taking 2 stone, since it puts an extra 2 stone into the game. Or I play Scrounger and then take 2 stone as well. Yeah, the crops are not really super important to me. Or I could also take 5 food fishing. 5 food fishing is probably a solid option for me, since it helps me with one of my next 2 harvests a lot. Since I'm capped on how many resources I can get out of my sawmill plus pottery. Oh, plus RR. Plus RR from Basket Maker's Workshop. Yeah, I think I like fishing, taking fishing here. Or do I take the 2 stone? You know what? There's going to be 2 3 stone actions. I'm going to get one of them. And then a clay, wood, and 3 food to feed 8. And clay from Scrounger to Hoarder. Just setting up an assembly line. Scrounger to Hoarder. All right. Probably first move plow for me. I do want to get my 2 fields. I think I'm very likely... Okay, I have to do the math on animal husbandry worker if it's worth worth going for it. Because I kind of feel like I should just fence big. Fence 2 pastures big. Or 3 pastures big. Should I take 3 stone over plowing? Maybe I should take 3 stone over plowing. No, you know what? I think one of the stone actions will wheel. Oh, I need to take the clay, move the clay over. Okay, so let's, so I can do 4, 4, 2, 2. That's 12, and then another 3 for 15. I can fence 15, covering 8 spaces. And it's 3 total pastures. Whereas if I take away 3 spaces, I gain 3 points. Because it's 2 from animal husbandry worker and 1 from an extra pasture. So yeah, fencing in tight with animal husbandry workers seems to be correct. So next move, definitely 3 stone. I should have enough reed now. I don't really think I need any more reed, right? 1 for my reno. 1 for reno, 1 for mansion, 1 for cloister, 1 for scrounger. I have 1 extra reed. So I'm going to end the game with 2 reed. And if I get any more reed from joinery, I have too much. So building a 5th room is possible. 4 clay, build a room, family growth, cloister here. I could definitely do that. The problem is, if I do that, I'm not taking stone here. So maybe it's something I consider doing in round 13. Take the 3 stone here. A9 just took start player carrots. I'm pretty sure A9 is going to family growth. So I should plan to plow sow. So if I'm going to get plow sow fall into my lap, take green, take vegetable with my next 2 moves. Yeah. Or fence so that I can take one of the one of the sets of animals. Getting the extra plow seems nice. Although fencing is an option. Yeah, I could fence. Take three stone and then fence. No, fence is gone to torvaldur. Okay, so yeah, take veg, take grain. Sowing the grain is not super important, but I think I want to do it anyways. Yeah, building the 5th room would be great. It gives me another safe place to play improvements on. Because I'm going to want to play probably Mansion and Cloister in round 14. So another place to play those on is pretty important. So I wonder if the 3 stone is more important than taking grain. Like, I could take vegetable. Sowing 1 grain is not any point. Sowing grain is 2 points and 2 food. I don't know if the food is relevant or not. The other thing is I do have clay cellar, so that's a way for me to use the clay that I could get from a big clay grab. And if the joinery, let's imagine the joinery does not get rebuilt. I have 3 reed, 1 cloister, 1 mansion, 1 reno. No, then I'm short 1. If I would have to take reed 1 more time if for stroller if it doesn't get rebuilt. Do I need the grain? Do I need the food from the grain? I don't think so. I have 9 food. Crib would put me to 11. If I eat wood twice, eat clay twice, that's 20 food. I have enough food. I don't need to take grain. I'll take the 3 stone here. And I should get one of the good clay grabs back. So I think my sequence is plow sow, take clay, build a room, family growth. And the only thing that might interrupt that is if I need to reno instead of family growth. I might have to do that instead. Because certainly I need to reno and I need defense, so. So plow sow is a good move here, good 3-point move. It's not the most important move for me, but it gets me it's more than 3 points actually. It's a 4-point move. Because it gets me in my second field. So only A9 can fence anymore. So long as I leave myself reno fence as an option, we're good. Because both of the other 2 players have fenced 15. So the other players cannot legally fence. We'll take the 6 clay here. So I could build the joinery. Building the joinery would be a way for me to get my reed for Scrounger. Or I could just take reedstone food. I might need reedstone food anyways. So, okay, mansion cost me 1 stone. Cloister cost me 2. Reno cost me 5. I actually have enough stone right now. I don't need to reedstone food again. Unless I build the joinery. Then I need 2 stone actually if I wanted to build the joinery. So that seems like it's not worth it. Better just to take reed, or hope someone else builds the joinery. So, torvaldur can, a PT start player again. Man, if I lose, it's going to be because of PT start playering. Well, I mean, that's not necessarily true. A9 has constructed a nice game. But certainly he's getting help, which is irritating. Did we see anything that made Animal Husbandry Worker possibly have more than 5 pastures? Like Midnight Fencer, no. Shared Wall, no, we're not playing with G. I think we're fine. Gonna build a room. And then Family Growth. I think I'd probably play Mansion on Family Growth. Mansion is more important than Cloister. Cloister's like a bonus. Cloister's a bonus. If I can play Cloister, great. But Mansion at 10 points is more important than Cloister at 4. So yeah, 2 stone, 2 clay, 1 wood, 1 reed. So 2 wood, 1 clay, 1 reed, 1 stone. Is that right? Yeah, 2 wood, 1 clay, 1 reed, 1 stone to play Mansion. Beautiful. Hey Mariska, hope you're doing well today. Yeah, I cut all my hair off. Yeah, so the my part of the province has opened up, has allowed for hairdressers to open up. So I went yesterday. It's too hot. Honestly, I like having long hair in the winter because it helps keep you warm, but in the summer it's way too hot. Way too hot. So Family Growth play Mansion here. So 2 wood, 1 clay, 1 reed, 1 stone. Plus FF crib. And then we need to feed 9. So a wood, a clay, and 4 food. And harvest this vegetable here. Oh, A915 only was able to fence 12. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. So if I play Cloister, it's a 2-point move right now because it takes away the Scrounger points. So if I can, I should be able to get Reed, right? I should be able to get Reed. So no one can Reno right now. So first move fencing to start taking animals seems like an okay option. Because getting one of those pairs of animals back is going to be quite valuable. Yeah. I could Reno fence, but leaving myself Reno improvement Cloister seems relevant. Fence 15. So if I could get 2 boar or 2 cattle back, that would be amazing. And you know what? Torvaldur likes the cattle. No one really likes the boar that much, except for as food. A915 might take them as food just to deny me the 3-point action. But I have 1 sheep, 1 grain available. Then I'm going to reno cloister at some point. Yeah, not surprising. He takes the cattle there. So we're just hoping the boar come back. PT family growth. Yeah, PT's had a nice game. Unfortunately, them not competing in the family growth queue has been amazingly good for me. It's been amazingly good for me. It meant my family growth actions have been so easy. It let me build the first room in round 5 after playing 4 occupations in the first 3 rounds. I did have to take a beggar, but it was worth it. Like I think we could pretty definitively say the beggar was worth it. So you know what's funny? I can take 6 clay, and it's 3 points, and then if I have the option of playing clay seller, it's a 4-point move because I can play clay seller without using an action with puppeteer. Say Torvaldur decides he needs 5 food traveling players for whatever reason. Oh, we've got the well here. Well here for Torvaldur. At last in round 14. Also, it means that he doesn't get to the scrounger points. I guess it's a 1-point move because he didn't have any wood in his supply. So if he had no wood in his supply, then the alternative is taking wood for 3 points. All right, so it's 1 point better than taking wood. Yeah, it's a 4-point move. Although it depends on what his last action is. I guess his last action is a 2-point crop move. So a 2-point crop move it's pretty inconsequential. Okay, so clay is 3 points. I think we calculated that. I have 2 ways of getting the reed for Cloister Dweller plus joinery. Reno Cloister and feed 10. Jeez. Well, my feeding was way easier that game than I expected it to be. We do end up with a bunch of negative points, 3 spaces, couple types of animals and grain. But it doesn't matter. We have too many points. So 10-point mansion, 4-point cloister, 5-point hoarder. Stroller to hoarder. 3-point scrounger. And I think I have to manually add the points for sawmill. Yeah, sawmill, I have to manually add the points. Should be a 4-point sawmill because 3 from the sawmill itself and then 1 from the bonus. Yep. Crib, sawmill, mansion. Yep. So A915 hit 54. I think I should have 54 beat. I'd be surprised if I don't have 54 beat. Oh, maybe not. Well, we'll see. Okay, so 32 and 10 is 42 plus 8, 50. I have 58. Oh, more than that. Actually, 60. So 32 plus 10 plus 4 plus 4 equals 50 plus 5 plus 3 plus 2 equals 60. Yeah, 60-point final for me. Wow. Quite the farm. Quite the farm. GG. So, torvaldur 38. PT 43. So 60, 38, 43, and then 54. So only 43 for the cow mom. Yeah, well, you know what? So I benefited a lot from a lot of different things there. I benefited from the fact that these guys were not competing for my reno actions, the fact that they were not really competing for my family growth actions. And I just got a crap load of building resources from the occupations, and then I got past mansion. Like, yeah, I had access to way too many building resources. So let's look at ware salesman. So ware salesman was 2 wood, 3 clay. This is my round 1 action, by the way. 2 wood, 3 clay. I can't do math. 2 wood, 3 clay. How many reed was it? It's 1 wood. It's 1 reed for each of those. So that's 5 plus the basket maker's workshop itself. 7 reed. So 2 wood, 3 clay, 7 reed from my first round 1 action. So that's great. That's really great, especially when I had no room discounters. I needed that many resources to be able to build 5 stone rooms. And also the fact that I got 2-3 stone actions in round 12, that was massive. Yeah, 2-3 stone actions, really massive for me. Yeah, good game. Good game. Very, very high score. And the only global bonuses I was given was 2 points from the animal husbandry worker. And if animal husbandry worker isn't out here, I can score pretty similar by covering more spaces. I would only have 1 fewer point with if animal husbandry worker wasn't played, because I can cover 2 extras. No, I would have exactly the same, because I would cover the same number of spaces. Or I would cover 1 more space. So yeah, 1 fewer point if animal husbandry worker is not played. So 59-point farm all on my own, and that's with it taking a beggar card. Pretty good. So yeah, obviously taking the tactical beggar paid off, which was great. Yeah, so that was fun. I think I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to stream tomorrow, so I think I'm going to try to do another game. So I'll take a little bit of a break. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed this little video. And if you're watching live on Twitch, I'm going to run a quick ad, take a quick break, and do another game. And if you're watching on YouTube, we'll see you next time. Bye.